Okay, I'm kind of late to the party, but basically, Google just released a big update to Google Trends. It now features Gemini, and that's for a good reason. Now, in case you didn't know, Google Trends is a tool that you can use to find some relevant, popular, or trending topics on the internet. And of course, the data is based on the keywords that people are using on Google. So it is based on the actual people searching something on the internet, and there are many use cases of Google Trends. For example, if you're running a business and you probably have a website or perhaps a social media page, you can use the data on Google Trends to find what people are searching on the internet, and then you can create a post, you can create an answer, and of course you can promote your products or services in that content. So that's one example. But again, there are many use cases. Like, let's say if you are a student and then you just graduated and you are still trying to figure out what is the best career path, then you can use Google Trends. You can see if any particular occupation or job is still in demand or relevant. You can look at that on Google Trends. So that's how powerful Google Trends really is. Now, it is even more powerful because of the new AI feature that Google just implemented into this platform. So now it has Gemini, and it just makes it easier to compare data for related searches, and also Gemini can give you some relevant queries or terms that later you can look further. So that's quite useful. And overall, I would say this addition makes Google Trends to be easier to use, and also you don't have to be kind of guessing what is the term that you have to use to find the correct data. You can just explain your problem or your goal, and then the rest will be done by AI. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to show you on how you can use this new AI feature in Google Trends, and hopefully by the end of this video, you will understand the Google Trends data a lot better. So first, to use this AI feature, you can navigate to trends.google.com. And by the way, as far as I know, this feature is only available in the desktop web version, but the mobile version should come later this year. So if you don't have a desktop device, I guess you can wait a bit longer. But for now, I'm just using the desktop web version. So after that, click Explore, and this is the new interface of Google Trends. Actually, it is not much different than the classic version. In fact, you can still go back to the classic version if you want to, but of course, I'm not going to do that. Let me just go to the new version. Now, I'm going to close this. So this is where you can enter your term. This is quite basic, but I think if you want to use AI, then just go with this option. Click Suggest Search Terms. And let's say I'm running a business. Let's say I'm in the business of selling electric bicycles. So I'm not going to type any keyword, any terms. I'll just explain my problem and my goal. So this is one example. Okay, right now I'm selling electric bicycles and I just want to improve my sales. Okay, it's not a keyword, it's not a term, it's a problem. So you can click this, and then Gemini will dissect my request, and then it will try to find some relevant terms that people are searching on the internet. So this is way faster than manually guessing the keywords that people are searching. You can just explain your problem, and then AI will give you the solutions. It's pretty cool. So right here, as you can see, we got 8 different terms that might be relevant to my request right here. And by the way, down here, you can also see some relevant suggestions, and don't worry, we will look into that later. But for now, as you can see, it is quite a useful data, and it's also organized in a way that's quite easy to understand. And right here, let's say you can see the keywords. You can click the, let's say, I want to click this, and I can edit the keyword, or I can also just click this button to open it on Google Search, just to preview what are the answers that people will see when they're using this keyword on Google. So apparently many of them are just products, and there are still some classic 10 blue links, but the first half of the page is basically just products. So that should give you an idea. And down here, you can see that you can select the location. You can choose a specific country, or you can also just select worldwide if you want to get more data. you can also choose the timeline, like you can check the data from the past year, the past 5 years, or even all the way back in 2004. So that's actually more than 20 years ago. Yeah, that's quite a long time. And here you can choose the category. You can choose between web search, which is just the regular Google search, but you can also choose or narrow down the search on image, news, shopping, or even YouTube. So let's say if I have a YouTube channel and I want to promote my products via a video, then I think it's a good idea to just use the data on YouTube. So it is based on what people are searching on YouTube, but at the same time, it is also still completely logical to use the data from web search because it is bigger. And also these days, if you open Google, there is a good chance that you will see news, you will see products, you will see YouTube videos. So I would say this is just giving you more data to work with, and I think that's a good thing. And you can see the comparison, and apparently here the electric scooter term is a lot more popular than e-bike. So that's one insight that I didn't expect. And you can use the data to change the way you are marketing your business or products. And down here, if you scroll down a bit, you can see some other queries that people are searching when they are searching, let's say, electric scooter. So apparently people who are searching electric scooter will also search something like electric scooter price, the best electric scooter, Xiaomi electric scooter. That's something new. And right here you can see the change. Okay, let me talk about search interest first. So this is about how popular the search is. It is not actually the number of search, it is just percentage. Like this is 40%, this is 33%, and this one is 100%, meaning that this is the most popular query at the moment. And right here is the change. This is actually the comparison between the previous timeline. Like this is from past year, so it is from 2025, and this is the comparison from 2024. So that means between 2024 and 2025, there is a significant or 20% increase of people searching this particular keyword. And of course, you can use the data to maybe create content or adjust your marketing strategy. And there is also a keyword, or not a keyword, there is also sometimes it is called breakout. Okay, I don't see the example, but sometimes there is a breakout. Okay, this is insane, 1000%. That's a lot. But if it is more than 5000%, usually it's going to be labeled as breakout, meaning that it is so significant. And I think it is worth it to actually revolve your strategy around a keyword that is labeled as breakout. But apparently I don't see the option here or any keyword with that label, but that's totally fine. Now, down here you can see the rising queries. This is also quite related to the previous section, and yeah, you can also use the data. And by the way, it is quite possible to use this download button. You can download the data as a CSV format, and later you can actually use AI to process the data, and then you can, ask AI to suggest some content ideas or marketing ideas based on the queries that you just got from Google Trends. So it is eventually using Gemini again. Now let me just go back, and here on the right side you can see that these are actually keywords that people are also searching on the internet. So let me try something like electric bicycle laws in the US, because there is actually a new update. So let's check it out. And now we will see new terms based on that seed keyword or seed terms. And just wait for it. Okay, yeah, class 3 e-bike. I'm not surprised that there is more people searching for it. And wow, it's actually quite even across the board. So yeah, there's actually a new piece of data that might be useful if I was selling electric bicycles. So yeah, that's basically how you can use this new AI tool in Google Trends. It is actually becoming more easy to use, and the whole thing is just extremely useful because of this AI feature. So I hope you learned something from this video. And by the way, YouTube thinks that you are probably going to like this video somewhere up here, so click that video and I'll see you there.